Welcome back to the GE-X1. I'm the TheRADIOMAN03. We are playing Minecraft on the Xbox One. Welcome aboard, episode 53. We are going to start our caving. I've done a little bit of caving. This is what I've got so far for brick. Mossy brick. Oh, yeah. Cracked stone brick. Looking good. This is the brick supply we've gotten so far down here. This is what I found in just... I guess after episode 52, I probably caved for maybe an hour. Picked up a bunch of iron doors. We've got some good coal going on. Iron is coming up nicely as well. I like to see that even more. Iron bars, I've been grabbing those when I can. And books. I found a library and I cleaned out the bottom area of the library and took all the books. Those are going to be really handy when it comes to trading with the librarian. Oh my gosh, that pigman scared the crap out of me. Oh, you. And then a little bit of gold. Oh, my heart. Welcome to episode 53, and thank you for stopping by. Oh my gosh, that lousy pigman just scared the crap out of me. Literally, but check myself. We're going to go down into the stronghold a little bit. I do believe this is this is not a dead end. And I'm going to look for a cave. This stuff here, I'm going to come back and I'll do that on my own. I think we should find a cave to go into and do some damage. I found some caves yesterday. And for the life of me now, I'm having a heck of a time finding those caves again. There was a ravine that was not lit up. There was all kinds of stuff that we could do. So we're going to find it, and we'll move on into a cave. Now, I asked you guys to give me some questions to talk about during this episode. So we are going to go ahead and cover those questions on our episode today. Look at this. This is weird, huh? Isn't that weird? Oh, what do we got down here? Of course, abandoned mine shaft. See what I mean by this thing being all mixed up and odd? Very strange. Very, very strange. You got something in the water. We're going to keep looking for a cave is what we're looking for. Where is that? Where's the splashing in the water? Look at this mess. Look at the mess that this place is. That makes me nervous. The water splashing stopped. Huh. I don't know. So we're going to answer questions today. And I got a handful of questions, so that's great. That's going to help me out a lot. So those of you who sent the questions in, Ender Dragon, CJ, Heaven and Earth, you guys all send in some questions as to what you'd like to hear me talk about. So we are going to go ahead and jump into that. We're going to start off with Ender Dragon's questions. She had the first question she sent in. And her first question was, where do I get my creative ideas? There he is. There's our splasher. There we go. Let's quiet him down. That is a really tough question to answer. They come from a lot of different locations in terms of where I get creative. The first thing I have to do is actually thank my nephew again. I've mentioned this in past videos, but my nephew is the one that introduced me to Minecraft. And I'm so grateful to him for having shown me this game, because this game means a lot to me. I really do have a great time playing this game. He introduced it to me, and another question she had was, how long have I been playing? I have been playing Minecraft on the Xbox, whether it be the 360 or Xbox One, since June of 2012, which is just a couple months after it came out. So for a very, very long time. About 3 years, I guess that's about 3 years. Almost 3 years now. 12, 13, 14, no, almost 4 years, I guess. So it's been quite a while. And I enjoy it so much. In terms of creativity, I've always been a big fan of science fiction movies. Star Trek, Star Wars, so much for the cave, huh? Star Wars, what are some of the other really great science? The Alien series. I think a lot of what I build has got some reference to the Alien series as well. Just because because of the size of the stuff I build. I really like the Alien series. They were really good. Really well done. And Star Wars also. A lot of the Star Wars is, I think, coming out in the GE-X1. I think Star Wars is a great way to gain some inspiration, because there's just so many different worlds that you visit in those movies that you know, it's just it's amazing how well they did with creating the different worlds. Tatooine is one of my favorite worlds on Star Wars. I don't know why. It just is. Tatooine is one of my favorite worlds. That looks like a spider spawner to me. Oh, there's definitely one down there. Oh, there's a couple of them here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go the other way. So Star Wars is a big... Oh, God, there's coming. He got out. He got out. Whew. I do not want anything to do with the spiders today. I really do not want to deal with the spiders today. How did I get in here? Oh no, I think I blocked off my way out. Star Wars has always been one of my favorites. A big favorite of mine. Oh boy, I'm going to have to deal with this guy, aren't I? And it's just... I've always been really... not jealous of the creativity that they have. Just their creative abilities are amazing. Tatooine, I was mentioning, is one of the worlds I really enjoyed looking at in Star Wars. And the Bespin Cloud City, I really liked that one, where Lando Calrissian lived and Han got, you know, frozen in the carbonite freezing thing. I think that was a really cool thing as well. So those cities have always... those two cities have inspired me quite a bit, just because the hallways and the curvature of the hallways and just how they were shaped and designed, I always liked that a lot. So those are big things. And then the Alien, and Alien just because it's Alien, just the spacecraft and stuff like that. The spacecraft especially is really cool. I think it would really be cool to build a spacecraft up in the sky in Minecraft, and then have all your stuff way up high in the sky. So that's something I've always considered about doing in the future as well. Another build type of build like that. Video game wise, the Halo series, awesome. Halo is, if you've ever played multiplayer on Halo, the worlds that they have there and the maps and stuff are really, really incredible, I think. And they lend themselves to, I think, stuff you could possibly build in Minecraft. So those are some of the creative ideas, venues. Now, as far as being creative, there's always been a part of me that's liked being creative. When I was a kid, really young, I started out with tracing. I would trace pictures. I really liked birds and things like that, so I would trace stuff. And then I got into the comic books, and I was tracing comic book pictures and stuff like that. Then I started getting into more of a freehand type style, where I would just instead of tracing, I would freehand. This is where the library was. I did not take out the top bookshelves, but the bottom bookshelves. So I started doing some freehand drawing, and then as I got a little bit older, of course, you start changing those things, and I started doing more of instead of copying what somebody else had done, I was creating my own kind of characters, is what I was doing. And we got to deal with this guy right here. And so that kind of, then I started drawing my own characters. And I drew for a long time. I did lots of drawings. I had all kinds of different characters I'd come up with and been created and designed. I had this one guy that was like, had this sort of a, you know, Predator's face, what Predator looks like. It was kind of like his face almost, but not. And then he had the big battle axe. This is one of my favorite drawings. And he had a battle axe in his one hand, and then he had a person's head that he had chopped off in the other hand. And it was always one of the things that one of my favorite drawings that I did that I enjoyed the most. Boy, I'm having a heck of a time finding a cave. I ran into two yesterday. I probably should have stayed by one and stuck with it. But let's see what's down here. It looks like we've got some darkness down here. There we go. There we go, guys. Here's a cave. Watch it be one of my classic caves and end right here. Of course. A radio cave. Yeah. So, a lot of drawing at the beginning. And also, my dad was probably one of the most creative people I knew too. Well, he's not dead, but one of the most creative people I do know. And he's always been into the model railroading. And I've talked about this before too. And he used to have this game he'd play with us when we were kids. We go to a restaurant. You know, when you're little, your parents try to keep you busy in the restaurant so you don't get antsy because you're sitting still for so long and stuff. He had a game that we would play in a restaurant he'd just take the placemat and he'd take a pen. And you guys should try this too. It's kind of a fun thing to do. He'd take a pen and then he would just kind of squiggle an oddball shape onto the page. And then he'd say, okay, now with your imagination and this pen, turn this scribble into a picture. I love that game. It was so much fun to, kind of like, has everyone laid down on the ground and looked up at clouds and used their imagination to, you turn a cloud into a picture or something in your head? Oh man, that scares so easy. Such a coward. It was like that, where you take a look at this scribble lines and then you would, turn it into a picture. And I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was a lot of fun. And it would keep us busy for a long time, And it wasn't a competition on whose picture was the best or anything like that. But me and my brothers, we would do that. And we would sit there for, until the food got there. And then we'd be done and we'd eat on the placemat and off you go. But that was one of the things that very early on in my childhood, I remember that helped with creativity, was just that simple little game of here's a scribble, turn it into a picture. What do you see in this? What do you see in this scribble? What can you make out of this scribble? And so that was always a fun game that I played with my dad. Check our backs. Watch out. I hear water. You guys hear water? I hear water splashing. So that was... Oh, hello. We are all the way down here now. Yikes. So that was one of the big things that I think kind of brought my creativity out and created imagination in me. And I've always appreciated that with my dad. That was really a neat thing for him to do with us. Minecraft has been a way for me to be able to take so many different... Hey, who we got in here now? It's like a creeper, huh? It'd take everything creativity-wise in my head and put it down. I get to build these space stations. And back to my nephew, back when I first started playing this game, I did the typical thing where I built this box, this wooden box. I had a bed in it, I had a chest in it, and that was about it. And then I was supposed to, figure out how to play the game. Well, I didn't know how to play this game. Most people, when you start playing Minecraft, you don't know how to play the game. You just you watch YouTube and you figure some stuff out, and then something clicks in your head and you say, oh, I like that idea. So that's kind of what I did. And I remember I was talking to him after we first got the game, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to build. And he says, build whatever you want to do. Build. And then he says, you know what? He says, build big. He came into my little tiny world that I had with this little tiny shack and said, build big. And I thought, build big? I could do that. I could build big. And so that was kind of the launch. My first world that I actually built, it was kind of, oh, there we go. Here we are. Now we're in ourselves a ravine. We can get some good materials. Let's grab some coal while we're at it. Fortune 3 pick, baby, on the coal. Some people think that's a waste. I think it's the perfect place to do it. Not to mention on diamonds and stuff, too. And we have an extra one of these as well, so we can use this for coal. Coal and lapis. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So my first build on Minecraft was this big house on a hill overlooking like an ocean bay, this bay of an ocean. It was really an awesome ocean. And I created the USS Woolsey, which was a wool ship. And it was really kind of funny. It was this tiny little... like Gilligan's Island. You guys familiar with Gilligan's Island? I think just about everybody is. But yeah, it was like this little SS Woolsey, and it was parked on shore. And then that's the world I built my very first bridge spanning 2 areas. And it turned out pretty good. It actually turned out really good. I was really happy with it. I remember Variety came home and I said, you got to see this bridge I built. You're not going to believe it. It's got light in it. It's got this. It's got that. And this is back when the game first came onto console. So, stuff didn't stack, and it was basic Minecraft. I'm gonna get rid of that bread. I found a few chests that we had left behind last time, and I grabbed the stuff out of it. And that's it right there. So that was kind of the first build. And then Variety actually, I remember Variety 3 came home one day, and she was like, the first day when I was playing the game, she was like, what are you playing? And I said, it's called Minecraft. And she saw me, I don't know if I was digging or what I was doing, but she said, that game looks awful. It's just a bunch of squares. And I said, I know, but I don't know what it is, but it's so addictive. I can't stop. And, I make dinner here at my house. So Variety had just gotten home from work, and I've been home from work for a little while, and I've been playing Minecraft, of course. And I said, well, why don't you sit here and just do what I'm doing? And at the time I was branch mining, because my nephew had said, he says, to get a bunch of resources together, just go branch mining. He says, you can get all kinds of stuff, and just store it up, and then when you get a bunch of it, then then you could start some really big building. And I thought, all right, that sounds easy enough. I could do that. So I got a bunch of chests together, I got a bunch of materials together, and I started branch mining. Well, she came home, and I'm making dinner, and she's out in the living room, of course, and she's branch mining, and next thing I know, I can't get the controller away from her. She goes, oh my God, you're so right. This is really weird, but it's so addictive. How is this game so addictive? It's just a bunch of squares. And I said, and by then I had actually looked at a few YouTube videos and stuff like that. I've been actually playing for a couple of days, and I think I just had it turned off before she got home, so she didn't know that I was playing the game. And I just kind of showed her a few things on YouTube, I think, and then we played together for a little bit, and I played on peaceful for the longest time when I first started playing Minecraft. I had no interest in the mobs at all. Well, then, you start to grow with the game, and you start seeing Let's Plays of other people that play the game, and you're like, I wouldn't mind having one of those mob spawner traps. Those look pretty cool, and so all of a sudden, you're starting to evolve with the game as the game evolves, and it was really, it's just been a love ever since then. And people have asked me in the past too, how do you not get bored with this game? And it's like, oh, you can see I've done some caving down here as well, and it is because of the creative aspect of me, I think, and this game curtails to that. I don't know. It just allows me to be creative. I love being creative and creating things. Like Halloween is like my favorite holiday. I did not really want to come down here, but since we are here, there's some coal over there. We can grab that if we make it back this way. Where was I? Halloween is a very creative holiday for me, I think. Oh, beautiful. Look at this size of this cave in here. Now we're talking, right, people? Now we're talking, my Minecraft friends. Now we are talking. Halloween has always been one of the holidays that I've loved the most, just because you get to be something you're not normally, and you get to be creative about it. I don't think I've ever really purchased an entire costume. I've always made the costume. Now, I'll buy a mask, and then I will create a costume around the mask, but I've never actually just gone out and bought the whole costume. Even when I was a kid, we built our costumes. We made them out of stuff. I remember one year, I'm going to get rid of this lava here before I fall in it. I made my brother a Transformer costume out of boxes, and then I took those boxes and shaped them to his body, and then we took the boxes and we painted them sort of a metallic gray, and they fit on him really well. So I had a box that fit his torso, I had a box that fit his head, and I had a box that fit both of his legs and stuff. Anyways, we made it to where he could fold up, and he looked like a tank transformer. And his tank part, the turret part that he would be shooting shells out of, was actually like a poster tube, a cardboard poster tube. And I took that, and we painted that, of course, gray as well. And he had that on his arm, and then he could actually hold that out when he, trick or treat, and get the candy would be dropped into that, and then go into a compartment inside the tank. So that's probably one of the best costumes I ever made for him when he was younger. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached 30 XP. Congratulations, radio. Have a wonderful day. So that was that, and then I've had a couple of big goblin costumes that I wore at my friend's house. I've told you I go to his house usually for Halloween now because our Halloween doesn't quite exist in my neighborhood because the people tend to go. I'm going to go ahead and box this up. Is there any chests up here? Let's take a look real quick, just for the heck of it. I hear a slime. This looks kind of interesting, doesn't it? Okay. We appear to be safe to grab this iron. So I had these big goblin costumes, and what I did was, you know, I think I've told you guys before, I'm 6'6", so I'm pretty sizable when I'm walking around. And then I had these big giant. One was what's his name from Lord of the Rings, the big wizard, Gandalf the Grey. It was this big costume head that was had kind of a black what's the word I'm looking for here? Hood. There's the tough word I'm looking for. It had a black hood on it, and so I created a black cape that went over the top of that, over my shoulders, and then I created like a big, like a monk suit almost, a big giant monk suit, and I put that over the top of me, and then I had a belt that I had made out of some burlap and some rope and things like that, and just had this big costume. And then for shoes, I took an old pair of shoes that I had, and I cut out several layers of cardboard that were all the same size, and made like giant clown shoes for it. So my feet were much, much larger than what they should be. So I mean, and then I had this great big staff that I carried in my hand, and I would walk around with that. And that was a lot of fun. And I didn't trick or treat, but I would walk around my friend's neighborhood in that costume. And, you know, the kids all love the costumes and stuff like that. And I had two of them. One was named Melvin. Excuse me. Thank you. We really don't need that slime. We have billions of them. And so that was always a lot of fun. And then I had a second one that was, I named it Melvin. Melvin was the character's name. Oh, there's a chest. And so I had both those costumes, and I would, well, there we go, we'll take some track, we'll take that, we'll take that, and we'll take this chest as well. There we go, thank you. And so, yeah, there's lots of ways that I've been creative in my life so far, and I love all of it. When I was a kid, another thing that would help with my creativity, we had this old house that was next door to the house we lived in. What can I dump? The gravel, of course. And we took that house a couple of years and turned it into a. I hear a zombie. I just don't want to get caught off guard here. We turned it into a haunted house. Oh God. Like I said, I have no desire to even mess with the spiders today. I really don't. I don't feel like it. I feel like hanging out and chatting with you guys, that's all. That's what I feel like doing. Let's go down here, though, real quick and see what's down here real fast. Hello, creeper. And the haunted house was pretty cool. It was a small town I grew up in, and it wasn't a real elaborate haunted house, but it was a neat haunted house, and a lot of people from town came to go through it and enjoy it, and that was a lot of fun. So there's been a lot of things in my life that have led to wanting to be creative, I guess. Yeah. So my creative inspiration comes from all over the place. What else can I dump? 6 pieces of dirt? Yeah, easy. Okay. Lots of different things have led to me wanting to be creative and enjoying being creative. Well, I answered that question. I think that was one question. Actually, two. I've been playing Minecraft since June of 2012. And, yeah, so I hope that answers that. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration from. Not to mention, I get it from you guys, too. A lot of stuff comes from you guys. Sometimes you really participate in what it is I'm doing. Sometimes you don't, and I think it's because maybe I'm on the right track, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, let's see where radio goes with this. Let's see how he moves forward with this, and that's cool. That's great. You know, sometimes you give me inspirational ideas, and sometimes I give you inspirational ideas. So it's kind of a share thing. Let's go ahead and condense down some of our materials here. We've got lots of stuff in our inventory right now. Let's go ahead and put that right there so nobody can come in on us. And switch this up to coal blocks. What do we got for coal blocks right now? Excellent. Can we make one more? No, we've got those. Okay, and we can make some lapis blocks. Iron Golem farm. That was another Ender Dragon question. Will I do an Iron Golem farm? Yes, I have plans to do an Iron Golem farm, and I've actually been considering that very much recently. I just need to figure out where I want to put it. Ideally, it should be someplace near the GE-X1. I'm just trying to figure out where I want it to be because there's no denying it. It is not an attractive structure. And I'm wondering, and maybe you guys can answer this for me, is an Iron Golem farm something I can put in the ground? Does it have to be sitting out above ground and in the open, or can it be underground? I would love to be able to put it and hide it away somewhere so it's not like that. It's not out in the open. There's a zombie nearby. Sounds like he's right on the other side of this wall, doesn't it? Let's grab some more of this coal. Yeah, he is really close by. I would like to be able to put the Iron Golem farm underground, and I do not want to build... the ones I've seen are about... It's like 4 cells. I don't want to do the 4 cell. We have a 2-cell zombie, or not zombie farm, Iron Golem farm on Radiocraft, and it seems to produce pretty well. All the beacons you guys see there is mostly iron gotten from the Iron Golem farm. It's just because it sits there and it runs, you know. I think it's an Iron Golem every... It averages like 1 every 5 minutes, so now we're talking about 2 every 5 minutes. So, and they drop between, I guess, 3 and 5 ingots a piece probably is what it comes out to be. And so, it actually works out really well. Oh boy. Oh boy. This looks downright scary. I don't hear anything. Lapis. I assume that someday we're going to have to trade with the lapis, so we're going to have to, you know, trade with that. Not trade with it, but enchant with it. So I'm assuming that's going to be the case eventually. Oh, excellent. 33 blocks of that stuff, baby. I like that. We got some more lapis down in here. We have enough to... Yeah, we got enough to make a few more blocks of it. Somewhere in the GE2 we're going to use the lapis. We did on the GE71, so I think we're going to wind up doing it again on here. Lapis has its place somewhere in the world. So yeah, Iron Golem farm is a definite yes. Just have to figure out where I want it. If you guys have seen the terrain around the GE-X1, if you have any ideas, let me know, and I'll take a look at those. I would be completely open for that. I think you guys know me pretty well. I'm an honest person. I'm not a mean person, that's for sure. And I think I'm a trustworthy person. So yeah, give me some ideas. Let me know. I think we've got a really good group of folks on the GE-X1. I really am enjoying it very much. And I understand you guys are too. Some of you, like I said, comment on a regular basis. Others don't. But you are watching the video, so I'm assuming that you are enjoying it. So that is the main goal. You don't have to comment for me to know you're there. That's for sure. Oh, man, look at us. Oh, hello, cave hole. What are you doing up here? Let's go on up and see what we got going on up here. A little coal. A little iron. Sweet Mother of Mary. I'll take it. Kind of a... not a really busy mob area, is it? The mobs have been kind of quiet. Let's grab this up. We want that. We want that good stuff. Oops. Oh boy. Oh God. Abandoned mine shafts, man. I just absolutely. Oh, there's a chest up there. You see it? I see a chest, and we've not opened it yet. You know, I'm trying to remember since being in here is if this is part of a new map. I'm fairly certain this was a new map. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Why? I know I'm going to have to come down here and deal with these guys. I know I'm going to have to. I just didn't want to do it today. Or tomorrow, or even while we're doing this. I really did not want to have to deal with the spiders at all. Ooh, he sounds really close. He sounds really close. He doesn't sound like a big spider. He sounds like a little spider. Oh, now he's coming this way. They follow you right through the floor. It's crazy. Does that seal us up pretty good? I think it does. We're going to check that chest in just a second, guys. Just let me make sure I'm safe. Sort of safe, anyways. They can get through that hole right there, too. Okay, it sounds like he's above us. Let's see. Ooh, jackpot. Look at the diamonds in there, huh? Dang, that's sweet. There's that skeleton. Where'd he go? I could have sworn I saw a skeleton up here. There he is. Got me anyways. Iron. So I think I answered the question about the Iron Golem farm. What else? Ender Dragon, I think she had one more. No, that was it for Ender Dragon. Those are all her questions. And I thank you so much for sending those in, Ender Dragon. You have been a very great supporter of my channel. And I thank you so much for that. I appreciate all of it. It's very nice. Very nice. Oh, speaking of which, if you guys... I do have a Twitter account, and I'm not very active on the Twitter account. It's something I need to become more familiar with. I don't know if you guys notice. I changed my channel art, and woo, you know, it's nothing huge. It's no big deal, but I did do that, and I'm hoping that you guys noticed that. And then I do have a Twitter account. If you have pictures of your world that you would like to send to me, I would love to see them. And don't tell me that your world is no good, because that is garbage. If it came out of your imagination, it is a great world, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh boy. I'm getting really nervous now. I'm getting nervous here. I think you guys think sometimes I'm joking about that, but it's not. I do. I really get nervous in these places, especially these. If I'm with the people on Radiocraft, there's a bunch of us. We just gung-ho through there and just tear through it, you know. You're bound to have somebody that's going to help you out eventually. But down here, yeah, I get a little freaked out. A little scared. Alright, I'm going to turn this coal into some more blocks. That skeleton, I believe, is right above us. And that's it. So what are we going to dump? We are going to dump this bread. And we are going to dump... Yeah, we're going to dump the gunpowder and that 21 cobble. Mr. Bat, what are you doing? You're going crazy there, buddy. We got a lot of stuff already. It's amazing. We're doing really well on the... I didn't realize this went down this far. We're doing really well on the materials, I believe. I think that's just one spider. I'm fairly certain that's just one spider. Ooh, what do we got down here? Oh, there he is. Now it doesn't sound just like one spider anymore. Now it sounds like more than one. Goodbye. Oh, the spiders are just driving me crazy. Let's go back down this way. It looked a little more promising down here in terms of loot. We definitely want the iron. That's something we would need desperately. Ay. Oh, wow, this is cool. Look at this big junction down here. Oop, there's another chest. Ooh, another chest. Ooh, another chest. Oh, we need some sticks. Alright, and let's grab a little bit more of this coal here so we can make a few more torches. Be careful not to play too much around the lava. I can't pick this up to make torches. Let's get rid of the redstone. We actually have quite a bit of redstone. We're doing pretty good on that. We've got blocks and blocks of it, so we're doing all right there. We're going to have to go back and enchant, too. I don't want to, waste all this enchantment stuff. We've got 32 XP right now. It's down this way. I think this is probably just a dead end, right? Just one of these dead end staircases. Yeah, but we got some iron down here. That's sweet. Okay, those are going to be the questions I answer on today's video. Tomorrow's video, I will answer... Oh, mamacita. Watch out. Watch out. We got lava, people. We got some hot magma down here. Watch out for the hot magma. Ford's Pig sent me some questions as well. And so I will address those tomorrow, and me, myself, and CJ has a few questions as well. The question regarding creativity took up more time than I thought it would. I thought I would have a pretty quick answer to something like that, but I don't. It's kind of it's an easy enough question, but the answer to it spans quite a bit of period of my life, I think. Oh wow, this is a sweet little area down here, isn't it? Look at this. I have no idea how long I've been recording for. I could find out quite quickly, though. Let's take a look at that real quick. How long have I been recording for? Oh. We're at 39 minutes. Can you believe it? At 39 minutes. So I'm going to call it there. And like I said, tomorrow's video, I will answer more questions. I want to thank you again for the questions that you have sent in. I will be making my way back to... our little base camp here pretty quick, and then going back to the GE to do an enchant and get this 30 XP taken care of. If you noticed, our pick is actually getting pretty low, so it needs to go back. I need to go back and do some repairs. I have no invisibility potions with me, so I'm going to have to run haphazardly through the nether to get back, which is making me very nervous as well. So, yeah, I have that to look forward to today, but look at all this good stuff we have in just this little caving episode. 29 gold, a stack, almost a stack and a half of iron, a stack and a half of track, 3 diamonds. That's really sweet. Coal, 36 blocks of it. We picked up a couple of extra chests. We have an extra 60 coal here. Some iron doors, more iron. So, yeah, we're actually doing really, really well. I'm quite pleased with how this is turning out. Very, very nicely. And then on top of it, to have your guys' questions, which, help... I don't know, give me something to talk about, because sometimes, I run out of things to talk about, so it's always good to have a little help. So I appreciate that, again, the questions that you guys sent in. Anybody else got questions for me, send them in. I'll hold on to those, and then we will answer those, of course, as we progress. So I'm the RadioMan03. Do like, comment, subscribe, and share. I thank you so much for your time. Have an awesome, fantastic, superb day, and I will talk to you again next time.